Reports suggest that Brentford are open to selling Ivan Toney this January. Liverpool legend Danny Murphy joined the White and Jordan show this morning, had his say on who should be going after him.
I think the obvious one at the moment is Chelsea crying out for a striker, a Costa, a Drogba. And if you look at Tony's attributes, he's more like a Costa. He's got that physical bit. He'll have it with anyone. He's got good feet. You know, he can chop the ball. He scores both feet. He's got a bit about him. So actually, for me, it screams Chelsea.
Steve, what do you make of Ivan Toney? Firstly, are you surprised? Me and Benny are quite surprised that no club came in for him in the last window just to get him at the club. Because if you can't use him to January, you might as well get him anyway, right?
Yeah, I can see that. That's not been done before, though, is it? It's not been done at all, no.
What you mean by a player who's suspended?
That can't play, yeah.
Right, okay.
Suspended, yeah. Look, he goes into every club in the Premier League as a striker. Every club. I think I've always liked him. He backs himself.
City? Apart from City,
he's got confidence. He could play for City. Not that he wouldn't get in front of Haaland.
Of course. But he's good enough to be in their squad.
Well, if he was on the bench and they're rotating and they had Haaland on one week and Toney was on the next, you'd be, I'll take that all day.
Yeah.
Is he better than Alvarez?
Oh, they got a good link up.
Yeah.
I watched City at West Ham and they link up well. But I think he's got the back. He backs himself to be in any team, and he backs himself on the pitch to score goals every single. I know most strikers do, but he does it to the absolute full tilt. And I think it's only a matter of time before he goes.
Again, I'm with you. I think when you look at, it's going to be like a bidding war in January. It looks like a few teams are going to be in for him. I think if Chelsea had aspirations of getting him, they should have just tried to get him at the start of the season, and then come January when he's able to play, get him. But I mean, he's got the full attributes. Danny Murphy was talking there. He is like a Drogba, strong, physical, a little bit nasty as well when he needs to be. Can score goals, got really, really good feet. He's quicker than you think, good finisher. Yeah. And he scored 20 goals last season.
Have you got a pen there? Have you got a pen with you?
No, why would you want to do?
Okay, take that. Write down, don't say it, Steve. Write down how much you think he'll go for in January. If there is a bidding war, which I think there were. We're talking about Spurs, we're talking about Arsenal, Chelsea, of course, linked him as well. So you don't need to write yours down, Steve, just when Bentley's written it down. Have you written it down?
How long has he got left on his contract?
He's got a couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Okay, you written it down?
Yeah.
How much is he worth, Steve?
How much is he worth?
Yeah, how much will he go for in January?
I would say 80 million.
What are you written down? 70 plus.
Yeah.
And I think, and this sounds horrific, but I think when you look at Brennan Johnson, young kid, probably got a great future ahead of him, right? Yeah. But I'm just talking about the amount of money you're spending on unproven talent in the Premier League. 50 million. I know he plays out wide, but I get that. But still, I think £70 million for a proved striker who knows exactly where the back of the net is.
Do you know what he's got as well? He's got, if you watch him play, he's got that arrogance as well, a little bit where... And it's I'm trying to teach my kid, he's only 9 years old, but when he misses a chance or something happens, it's like it doesn't even faze him. No. Like you look at his face.
Who, your kid?
No, Ivan Toney. I'm trying to teach him. But whenever Ivan Toney misses a chance or anything, he's just like, all right, here comes the next one.
I remember the interview that he done when Brentford first come up, and he said, I'm going for 20 goals this season. That's what I'm looking for. But I'll back myself to do it. I believe I can play at the top level. So if he's doing that at the start, Chelsea is, whether they go with him or not, they've not bought anyone, like I said, over 25 in the summer. It's all been young.
That's a very, very good point.
It's a statement because they're going to go a little bit away from their model, but they've always had that number 9.
But they always have. But if they decide to go for someone that is over 25, it almost makes you wonder, why don't you go and get James Maddison then? He's 26.
Yeah.
You know,
but I think because Ivan Toney, he's there. I know Maddison, you could have got him, but I think when people are looking, everyone's looking for a centre forward. They're all looking for that guy that can score 20 goals. One just went to Bayern Munich for 100 million. Not really going to pay that. There's not too many more about. Watkins looks like he's about to sign a new contract. Ivan Toney's there, and Brentford almost are like, well, do you know what? We're probably going to lose him. So I expect Arsenal to be in for him. I'd love Arsenal to get him. I think Chelsea could be in for him.
He replaces Jesus as your number 9?
Yeah, he would, yeah. Jesus doesn't score enough goals. Great player, doesn't score enough.
You're a Chelsea fan, right? So you're going to say Chelsea, you're going to say Arsenal, so maybe it's a bit unfair. But if Chelsea, Spurs and Arsenal all come in for you and you're Ivan Toney, where are you going?
Arsenal.
That's a great question.
Because Spurs don't have a number 9, right?
Spurs are playing really good football. They look good. Arsenal are looking good, and they're just lacking that striker, aren't they, as well? But Chelsea's a project, and Chelsea's nearly there, but they're not. So you've got to say,
fan,
you'd say it'd be out of Spurs and Arsenal.
You know who's going to give them the most money? Chelsea.
Yeah, on a 15-year deal. That's the problem.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.